I want to talk a little bit about depression because I don't think people know what the hell that is. Nor do I think that it really even exists. Okay? Now, I know that there are people that are feeling suicidal. I know that there are a lot of people that feel this way, so on and so forth. If you're taking psychotropic drugs, that's probably the contributing factor. But if you're not, and you're still thinking suicidal thoughts and that sort of thing, you're nothing more than a spoiled brat. I'm sorry. All right? I mean, this pisses me off just thinking about it, okay? You ungrateful twats. This world was not meant for you to have everything go your effing way. And you see, that's the problem with a lot of you idiots out here that are, trying to say that, oh, I'm depressed and I just don't know my depression and I'm depressed. Listen, when you start realizing that not everything is going to go your effing way, then maybe you will have a new outlook on life instead of thinking that, oh, I'm so depressed. And what does it go back to, folks? I, me, my, I, me, my. That's all it is, man. You're self-absorbed in bad lighting. And listen, you think anything is living a happy life in this realm? I mean, think about this for a second. I mean, think about the most purest little animal, like a squirrel. You think that squirrel's happy? You think that squirrel is living a great utopia life? Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen it get like a little nut or an acorn, for Christ's sake, and it's eating? It eats, and it's like looking around everywhere. It's looking over both shoulders. I mean, it's the most paranoid little creature on the planet, for Christ's sake, man. And does that squirrel have the squirrel shrink to go to and say, it's really tough out there. I'm a little squirrel. I'm just trying to get a nut here. And everywhere I look, there's these bigger creatures than me. And I think they're out to get me. And then I got to worry about these flying, these little flying creatures coming up and snagging me like they snagged my friend Billy. And I'm just tired of it. I mean, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. What am I supposed to do? Take 2 of these and call me in a week. I mean, give me a break, man. Wake up. I'm serious. Wake up, man. Nothing in this world is living a happy life. I mean, why do you think they put it in the Constitution that you have the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Because I don't think people understand what the hell happiness means. It's a fictitious word. It doesn't exist, all right? I mean, there is no emotion of happy. You understand what I'm saying? There is no emotion of happy. It's a figurative perception. You understand that? It's one of those things that are like, you know what, I'm pretty happy right now. Yeah. It's not an emotion. It's not like anger. It's not like fear. It's not like pleasure. You understand that? It's a fictitious emotion. And you see, because we have this, I'm sorry, the Declaration of Independence, not the Constitution. My apologies. Sorry. Look, I'm thinking a lot here, all right? My time's running out, too, for Christ's sake. By the way, the pursuit of happiness, I mean, that's a very, very good thing to kind of stop and kind of think about for a second. Because no one is promised happiness. It's not even promised to you in the Declaration of Independence, man. It's not even promised to you. They promise you to pursue it. If you want to pursue the pursuit of happiness, but there is no such thing as happy. You understand? There is no such thing. I mean, why do you think these stars that make millions of dollars and got all the fame, got all the chicks, got everything, and they're not happy? Look at Kanye West. That's one of the most unhappiest sons of bitches out there, and this guy's got everything. Nobody's happy, man. God damn it. Wake up, you ungrateful little selfish twats. Jesus Christ, man. I'm serious. I mean, listen to me. No one cares. I mean, unless you have parents, and let me tell you, if your parents are the ones condoning this crap of you being depressed and, oh, poor baby, my baby, he's depressed, my baby. Let's send him to the shrink, my baby. Then they are condoning this so that they can make themselves feel better. And because they're making themselves feel better, they're hurting you in the long run. Because I am witnessing this firsthand, folks, all right? I mean, these kids that are coming out the pike here, that are in the age ranges of 15 to about 28, all right? I'm serious. I mean, these kids all believe that everything's supposed to go their way, and if it doesn't, that they're depressed. If it doesn't, then the world's over. If it doesn't, I'm going to kill myself. If it doesn't, I can't live anymore, and I'm going to have a meltdown, and I'm depressed, and me, my, I. Give me a break. I'm sorry, I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of this whole depression nonsense. And listen, I'm not trying to say that things like psychosomatic symptoms from stress doesn't come about. I mean, I believe in stress. Stress is one of the biggest killers in the world at this point in time. You know, going through too much stress. I mean, I personally witnessed that a few months back when I had to go to the hospital because I thought I was having a damn heart attack. Lo and behold, all I am is having anxiety. It's stress. I'm not depressed, though. And then I know people are tweeting at me, oh, but Ghost, you always say, oh, but I'm depressed. Hey, it's a freaking word, ass crack, all right? I'm not out here popping Prozac pills or popping any kind of freaking psychotropic drug because I'm not happy. I'm depressed. I mean, let me tell you something. If you're depressed, then you need to look at yourself in the mirror and understand what the hell is wrong with me, all right? And then you need to talk to yourself and you need to ask yourself, what do you want? What is it that you truly want in your life? What is it that you truly want in your life? And then once you figure that out, then do something to do it. Do something to make it happen. Do something to conjure it up into reality, for Christ's sake, man. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm tired of this depression nonsense. Oh, I'm depressed. I'm just so depressed. I mean, unless you went through some tragic incident and, you know, you saw your family get murdered or, you know, something weird like that, then, okay, I understand. You may be a little depressed, okay? I get it. But, folks, the reason most people think they're depressed is because things aren't going their effing way. And that's all there is to it. Things are not going their effing way. And notice how depression doesn't really seem to be prevalent or any of these other psychotic episodes, with the exception of psychosis and other brain damage type of psychological ailments. You don't see these types of things in third world countries. You want to know why? They're too busy trying to eat. They're too busy trying to clothe themselves. They're too busy trying to survive. They don't get enough time to be like, I'm depressed. I'm depressed. Jesus Christ, I'm depressed. Why don't you do something? Why don't you become a capitalist and make yourself not depressed, you sorry sack of crap? Huh? Why don't you go out there and work your ass off? If you have no goddamn creativity or innovation, why don't you go work your ass off, and then when your time off, why don't you go buy yourself some happiness, you stupid sack of crap, and stop being such a lazy prick? I'm serious. I'm not joking around. I mean, why don't you do something to make yourself happy instead of, me, my, I. Nothing happens to me. Nothing happens to me. And what have I told you, stupid morons? If you believe that you're going to go through life thinking things are going to happen to you, you are setting yourself up for habitual lifetime disappointment. Because the difference between capitalists and the difference between those that aren't are capitalists make things happen. Do you understand that? Capitalists go out and make things happen. We don't wait for things to happen to us. We go out and we make things happen. We make things happen. So anyway, for all you folks that want to hop on this depression, I'm depressed, poor me, my, I, do not approach me with it. I'm sorry. I'm not very compassionate to mental problems. I'm sorry. I'm really not. I mean, unless you're completely bombed out of your mind and you're schizophrenic or you're hearing voices or something of that capacity. But as far as depression and oh, poor me, and I need Prozac and I feel sad and shove it up your depressed ass, all right? I'm serious. I hate hearing people saying that I'm depressed and don't come up to me for that kind of stuff. I'm serious. Don't come up to me saying I'm depressed and I don't know. I'm not a very compassionate person when it comes to these types of things. I'm sorry. All right? I'm serious. I'm not joking. So when, you come at me, I'm depressed and me, my, I, I'm not going to be very responsive because you know what? I could be depressed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let me tell you something, folks. And look, I'm going to get to Radio Graffiti in a second. You know what my parents did to me? They threw me out in the street and said, hey, go make something of yourself, Ghost. There you go. There you go. You're old enough to go out there. Go make something of yourself, boy. And what was I supposed to do? Huh? Be depressed? Oh, my mommy and my daddy, they just left me. They just threw me out. I don't know what to do. I mean, was I supposed to do that? Huh? Was I supposed to feel sorry for myself? Was I supposed to be like, oh, poor me. Oh, I'm so ashamed. And oh, poor me. No, you know what I did, you sorry sacks of crap? I knew that the world is nothing more than a cruel place. And the only way that you're going to get ahead in life is if you embrace the obstacles and conquer them and overtake them. And not let the obstacles overtake you. And let me tell you something. When you base your whole goddamn life on that premise, you're stronger than anything that you could ever imagine. When you understand that life is going to kick you in the ass every single day of your life, then you need to realize that you're going to get ready to get up and conquer the son of a bitch. And you're not going to make excuses. You're not going to cry. You're not going to piss and moan. You're not going to call for mommy or daddy, for Christ's sake. And I'm telling you, a lot of your goddamn parents are doing you a disservice by perpetually taking care of your brat asses, man. I wasn't out here, oh, poor me, my mommy, my daddy. They didn't take care of me. They didn't give me my freaking college scholarship. They didn't have a college fund for me. They didn't have a business for me. My parents didn't leave me dick. Do you understand that? But am I sitting here pissing and moaning about it? Am I sitting here saying I'm depressed? No. You know what I did? I looked at myself in the mirror one day and say, listen, what are you going to do, Ghost? What are you going to do? What, are you going to piss and moan? You're going to cry? Hey, you don't get that, Ghost. You understand that? You don't get the parents that are going to sit here and coddle your ass and give you a scholar or a college fund and that are going to go out and give you some business or some nest egg. You don't get that. So stop thinking about it and move forward. I looked at myself in the mirror and said, Ghost, what do you want? What do you want in life? And a long time ago, I said, listen to me, I want to be an independent businessman. I want to be an independent businessman. I don't want to work for anybody because I know how to make money. I know what finance is about. I mean, when I was in school, I wasn't just sitting back, waxing my carrot, partaking in mischief. I was actually going out. I was reading. I was looking at the boob tube. I was absorbing. I learned. I didn't just sit around thinking that I was just going to be mesmerized by entertainment, for Christ's sake. So as I stated, folks, all right, I'm not bitching or complaining. As a matter of fact, I actually think my mom and dad did a pretty good job kicking me out there into the world when I was old enough to go ahead and do so. Because if it hadn't have been for that, I wouldn't be the man I am today. If my mom and dad would have just coddled my ass and said, oh, Ghost, are you okay? You want us to get you some college money for? Here you go. Oh, you're out of college now? You can't get yourself a job? Well, come on over here, Ghost. We'll go ahead and put you on the damn couch over here. You can stay with us as long as you want. Oh, Ghost, what's wrong? You can't feed yourself? Don't worry. You can go ahead and feed yourself out of my... I mean, are you kidding me? I would be a piece of trash right now if my mom and my dad treated me like most of your parents are treating you. Your parents are giving you a disservice. They're doing you a disservice by spoiling you rotten, and that's why you idiots, with all due respect, are falling back on, oh, I'm depressed. I'm not happy. I hate myself. I mean, you're not even paying for anything. You know what I mean? You understand? You're not even paying for garbage. You're not paying for anything. Do you know what it's like? Every month. I mean, I wish that you dumb little brats out there that are so depressed really understood what pressure is, all right? I mean, I've been in pressure points, folks, many years back, of course. But I've been in pressure in my life where I literally had, I was minus $200 or $300 so that I could pay rent or I could eat, or I could sustain myself. And you know what I did? Instead of just, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I went out and hustled, baby. Do you understand what I'm saying? I went out and sold things. I went out and see if people wanted work, people needed work, people wanted, I'm not joking, man. I did not accept anything as, oh, I guess that's it. Oh, I guess I'm just handed this bad path of bad luck, and I'm just going to accept it. I don't accept it. You understand that? I don't accept bad luck. I don't accept what life throws at me, for Christ's sake. Anyway, folks, look, I'm sorry for going off keister here, but the bottom line is this, listen to me. There ain't no such thing as depression. You're just a spoiled brat, all right? You're just a spoiled effing brat, and to be honest with you, what you folks really need is a good humble pie of ass kicking, you know? Because your mom and dad coddled you stupid little brats for a long time, and you just need a good ass kicking. You need a reality check into humble humility. And once you realize that you are nothing more than a speck of sand in a sea of a population of over 7 billion people, and realize that your little stupid problems are insignificant to the world as a whole, for Christ's sake, then you start realizing that, what the hell am I depressed about? I'm just nothing more than a speck of sand in a sea full of 7 billion plus people. I mean, seriously, for you to be depressed, that means that you are special. You know that? That you are special, and for whatever reason, your special ass isn't getting something that you believe that you are entitled to. That's what depression is, folks. That's all it is. Your dumb, stupid, entitled ass believes that you're special and that you are entitled to something that, I don't know, fate is supposed to give you, people are supposed to give you, society is supposed to give you, your mommy's supposed to give you. I don't know. I don't know who you think is supposed to give you this crap. But I'm sick of it, man. I'm sick of, listen to me, I'm sorry. Look, I know I'm going off keister here. I'm just really sick of hearing these kids and these young people saying, I'm depressed and I'm not a very compassionate person when it comes to that, folks. I'm not. Hey, I expect the world to screw me. And when you go into life, confronting life in that perspective, then you don't have anything to worry about. If you expect the world to screw you, then that means that you have to be prepared to screw the world and fight back. Not just sit there and take it like some stupid, obnoxious little crybaby that expects that somebody's supposed to coddle your ass and pamper your ass and expect them to be like, oh, you want me to give you all the answers? Oh, here it is. That's not how life is, you ungrateful pricks.